talk down to a minimum. He's hard enough to live with as it is.
Where were you this time?
Someone I had to talk to.
This is the stabilizing influence in my life. My older brother, Frank. This is Steve.
How you doing?
Ears.
Hi, Ears.
Eddie.
How you doing? Eddie, nice to meet you.
And this is Harriet, the leader of the group.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Why didn't we do this before in Bayport?
We did do this before, but you were always too busy to come down and hear your own flesh and blood wow an audience.
Well, if I'd known the company you're keeping,
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
We're having a little get-together tonight at the Palms Motor Lodge. It's a little place on the edge of town.
Yeah, we passed it when we came in. We were thinking of staying there ourselves.
Join us. We're gonna blow this town apart. Right, Steve?
Yeah.
See you guys later.
That sounds terrific.
Harry, why don't you come to the party?
Sure, I'll be there. I have something I have to do first, okay? Meet you there.
Harry, something's wrong. I know you.
Joe, don't always be a detective. There's nothing wrong. I've got something I have to do, and I'll meet you later, okay?
Harry.
You know, you come into my life in passing. Don't try to understand it. It belongs to me.
Something wrong?
I guess not. You talk to Jerry?
Yeah, he won't tell me a thing.
Something's going on here, Frank.
I know. I feel it, too. Let's see what's going on at the party.
All right.
The party was great, but there was still no sign of Harriet. That's when I started to worry.
That's what they all say. Wouldn't dream of it.
I didn't get which...
Let another one slip through your fingers, huh?
Just a temporary setback. Speaking of beautiful women who slip through fingers, where's your date?
My date?
You remember Harriet?
I don't know. She was supposed to be here like an hour ago.
Hey, you all right?
Fine, Alex. Just leave me alone.
Harry, something's happened. I know it.
Hey, will you stop with that? I'm just tired, very tired. I just need some sleep, that's all.
Hey, Harry, you've got to join the party. Party's not a party without the star attraction.
Hey, your star attraction is burning out. You guys have a good time. I'll check with you in the morning.
Harry, let her go.
Harry.
Let her go.
Frank.
Okay, everybody, the manager says we have to wrap it up. We got a big day tomorrow. We have to celebrate the independence of this great, glorious land of ours. Or we have to sing a few psalms for its salvation. Now, you can all see Roadshow in Carnsby Park tomorrow. So thank you all very much for coming. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Thank you.
I think she's in trouble.
I do too.
Well, there's something we can do right now if she's not going to level with us. I mean, sometimes all a person wants is to be left alone.
No, well, tonight we'll leave her alone. Tomorrow we'll see what we can do to help her.
You don't give up, do you?
Not when I care about somebody.
Isn't that Mrs. Morgan?
Yeah. I'm surprised Jerry didn't make it tonight.
Yeah, I am too.
I have a feeling he's in trouble, Frank.
Well, our first night in town seemed to be turning into a little more than we bargained for. But we were confident that everything would work itself out in the morning.
What is it?
Your name, Harriet Alexander?
Yes?
Do you own that red Volkswagen in the parking lot?
Yes. Is it about last night?
Did you loan that vehicle to anyone in the last 24 hours?
I filled out a full report last night. What's my car got to do with this anyway?
You were being arrested for suspicion of involvement in a hit-and-run accident that happened at 2:42 this morning.
That's crazy.
Get dressed, Miss Alexander. And don't think about going anywhere. We'll be right here.
I don't believe it.
Harriet didn't run?
see this dent in the fender here? Well, they pulled some hair out of this broken headlight here. The lab's running tests on it now to see if it matches Morgan's.
Did you say Morgan?
Jerry Morgan?
That's right. He's a reporter from out of town.
He's a friend of ours, too.
Well, your friends sure got themselves in a lot of trouble, didn't they?
We'd like to see Harriet, Sergeant.
Would you?
Sergeant? The lab verified those tracks on the side of the accident. They belong to this car.
They're friends of the suspect. Also the victim. They're just leaving.
I'm Frank Hardy, my brother Joe.
Oh, Lieutenant Collins.
Lieutenant, we'd like to talk to Harriet about getting a lawyer.
The court will appoint her one.
We'd like to see her anyway.
Dr. Friedman, our psychiatrist, is interviewing her right now.
Psychiatrist?
We have to determine whether we can let her out on bail or not.
We'll wait if it's all right with you.
Suit yourself.
Jerry tells us he's working on something big, something happening in Spencer Valley. And Harry's distraught about something, we don't know what. Then the same night, Jerry's run down and Harriet's arrested as the hit-and-run driver. It doesn't make any sense.
We gotta talk to them.
Yeah, but the hospital said he's still in a coma.
They don't know if he's gonna come out of it either.
Joe and Frank Harden?
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Friedman. I understand you want to see Harriet Alexander.
You're the psychiatrist?
Well, that's not my official field. I'm actually a medical doctor, but I'm the closest thing this town has to shrink.
How is she?
Well, she's fine physically, but I'm concerned about her emotional state.
What do you mean?
Your friend has been under a tremendous psychological strain. Apparently, she's suppressed what happened last night, and subconsciously, she's simply... I don't quite know how to put it. She substituted another event in its place. She told me that she sat in her car and saw the action take place. She claims that she came to the police department and reported it herself. The distressing thing is, I think she really believes it. I mean, she's convinced that that's what actually happened.
What if that is what actually happened?
Well, there was no report of the accident.
What about bail?
Well, I'll have to consider that. The court wants her admitted to the hospital for further psychological tests. When you talk to her, be brief and try not to upset her.
Well, now you know as much as
Please
we
don't
did.
upset her.
Only Harriet could tell us the rest.
Dr. Friedman, he didn't believe a word I said. I filed a report right here in this police station. I swear it.
Harriet, why don't you tell us what happened?
I was on my way back to the motel.
From where?
I was on my way back to the party. Just driving slowly, kind of unwinding after the show. I turned onto a street near the hospital and stopped at the traffic light and waited for it to turn green when I noticed this guy across the street.
Do you know who he was?
He looked familiar, but I didn't know him. Then I saw this car, a green Chevy. It pulled away from the curb and started towards the guy as he stepped down off the curb. And the guy saw the car and he stopped and waited for it. And then all of a sudden the car started accelerating. And it swerved over and the guy started to see it, but it hit him hard. That's what happened. I can still hear the sound. I just couldn't believe it. I jumped out of my car and I ran to the guy and he wasn't moving. I could tell he was still alive. I knew that the police station and the fire department was a few blocks away, so that's where I went. That's it. That's what happened. I reported it, they sent out an ambulance, and I came back to the party. You can see why I wasn't in the most festive of moods.
There's one thing I don't understand.
What?
The accident took place on the other side of town.
I got lost, I guess.
You got lost?
Yeah. There was something I had to do. It has nothing to do with this. It's not important. The important thing is that I didn't hit anybody. I saw it happen, and I reported it.
Can you think of any reason why the police wouldn't have a record of that report?
No. No.
Do you know who the officer